Alex, tell me a little bit about the question that you chose and what inspired you to choose that question.
So I sort of wanted to figure out why people our age or other people like close to our ages like chose their friends or got in like certain friend groups. And I thought this was really interesting because I looked around and I'm just like, well, why do people, choose the friends that they have, and like why are they in like certain like groups and stuff? And I feel like it was just really interesting to me.
Okay, and what did your research show you about why people?
It showed me a lot about how people liked others because of their interests or because of their appearance or intelligence. Some people even just like to be popular.
How did you conduct your research, or how did you find those conclusions?
I sort of just started generating a lot of questions and like researching them, and then I found a lot of information and put it in a big chart, and I just kept going over it and looking at it and sort of trying to find a trend in the information.
Okay. And what did you do with the information that you found?
I created a presentation that can be used by people to better understand why they do this and how to make better friends, with better relationships altogether.
Good. So what would be your overall goal? Because we're going to turn this into an advisory lesson that we'll do on team with all of the kids on Team Sapphire. What would you like to see as the creator of this project come out of this?
I'd like to see a lot of people, find it interesting that other people have different interests. Like, let's say I think that I learned that, oh yeah, that person does this too, and everybody can just, sort of have a connection with each other.
Good. Very nice. Walker, you can go ahead and take over. I'm sorry, I forgot that you guys, that you did not do the veterans, Alex. So, Walker, your topic was homeless veterans. So tell me about your question, what inspired you to investigate that question?
My question was, why do people not try and help homeless veterans? Or why sometimes they give little? The reason I wanted to do this project was because I have a lot of veterans in my family, and they were saying how people don't really help them, and they need to find a way to change that.
And in your research, did you find out certain obstacles that veterans face when they come back from overseas that you would like to target and help out in those areas?
Yeah, what I found out was some people don't help because some veterans have PTSD, and they are just worried that they'll think that they will keep coming back to help the veteran and giving them things.
So what kind of, so you said PTSD was one stereotype that people have for not helping homeless veterans. What are some of the other stereotypes that you found?
That another one was that they think that the veterans are just lying, that they're not homeless, because people sometimes try and do that, and that they're just wanting free money or free food.
Okay. So how did you go about collecting your research? How did technology help you conduct your research?
Without the technology, I wouldn't have been able to find out that PTSD or pretending to not be homeless. Then I wouldn't have found out those were obstacles for helping.
And now in your research, did you find out ways that people could help, or have you come to conclusions of ways that people could help homeless veterans?
I came to conclusions of maybe some people, if they could, just open their homes to homeless veterans and put together a gathering so people could meet actual homeless veterans and help them.
Okay, very good. Go ahead and pass back to Taylor. Now, Taylor, tell me about your question. Which question did you choose?
I did, how does bullying affect the bully and the victim of the bullying?
And what inspired you to come up with that question?
A lot of my friends have been bullied. I've been bullied before. Everyone that I know really has been before, and I just wanted to see what it was like on both sides.
Okay. What did your research show you about the effects on the bully and the bullied?
Both people are really affected by it when it's long term. Bullies can suffer from depression because they're very guilty and they feel bad for what they've done. And the people who were bullied, they just suffer from a lot of depression. They have really low confidence. They feel like everything that happened to them was their fault, but it wasn't.
Now, because you did not just do internet research, you did other types of research as well, right? Tell me about how you conducted your research.
I made a survey on Google Forms with everyone on our team. I wanted to see who has been bullied, who's tried to stand up for people like who were being bullied, and just like what was the experience like when you were bullied.
Okay, good. And what did you do with the information that you found? What was your passion project?
I made a slide presentation that we presented in advisory on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, everyone on our team watched, like they looked over the presentation, they had to go on to like a discussion board and say like their takeaways from the presentation.
Okay. And what do you think made that presentation resonate with people on our team more than maybe just seeing facts on a website?
Well, because I feel like because it was someone that they know on our team that actually like researched everything that happened, they know that it's like everyone around them experiences it because they know the surveys were everyone around them. Everything, like all of the research was about people that were around them and not just like anybody.
Okay, good. So it hits close to home because
Yeah.
the data was collected from people that they sit next to in their classes. That's awesome. And the discussion board you used, which website was that you used?
Wasn't it like Padlet?
Padlet, yeah. Awesome. Go ahead and pass to Allie. Now, Allie, tell me about your question.
My question was, why do people post negative and inappropriate things on social media?
Okay. And what inspired you to investigate that question?
In middle school, like drama and stuff is like way worse than it was in elementary, and it gets to social media because people think that it would be better if they said stuff to people on social media, so they didn't have to say it to their face. And I wanted to be able to try to prevent that.
Okay. So tell me about how you collected your data and your research with social media.
I made a Google form, and it was posted on Schoology where anybody on our team could take it and say their thoughts.
Okay. And then you did internet research. And then tell me about the experts that you contacted and what you found out.
We contacted Miss Hader, our counselor, and Miss Loudon. We contacted Miss Hader because she deals with like the people who like are getting made fun of on social media, and Miss Loudon because she deals with like the punishment of people who are saying the bad things.
Okay, good. And what did you find out from them?
Miss Hader and Miss Loudon both said that they think people post stuff like on social media because they either feel bad about themselves or insecure or want attention from other people.
Okay. And as the owner of this passion project, what would be your goal? What would you like to see come out of this project?
To like not like fully stop, but like try to prevent all of the drama from happening.
Mm-hmm. And for your product, you guys basically taught people how to block each other on social media, how to block the bully, how to filter your posts so you're not seeing that negativity on social media. I believe that was it. So let's skip down to the last one, Allie. Would you recommend passion projects over traditional research papers?
Yeah, because I feel like if you give students just an essay to do, or if you give them like a project that will that piques their interest, they'll more want to learn it, and they'll learn from it more than just have to write an essay about something.
Okay, it makes it more real. It makes it meaningful. I think especially you guys, your data was collected from people at the school. You talked to experts within the school. These are experts not only in social media and bullying, but experts in the children that use it all around you guys, which I think made it very relevant. Go ahead and pass to McKenna, Leah, and you guys can pass back and forth if you want to help each other answer. So tell me about your question. What did you choose to investigate?
Ours was, how does social media affect the focus of people on their schoolwork?
Okay. Now tell me about how you collected that data, because that one was a little bit tricky to measure academic focus.
We surveyed people and how much time they spend on their phone a day, and then what social media accounts they use.
Okay. Tell me about how you did your survey. What did you ask people to do?
Okay.
So our surveys, we asked people, like, wow, okay. We asked people, like, what do you do first when you get home? Do you start your homework, or do you, like, get on your phone first? And if you do any of those things, like, for how long? Like, how long are you on your phone? And we had, like, some not too much, we had a lot, we had homework first. And so we asked basically just those two questions. And then we asked, like, why do you do those things? And most of our answers were because I feel like if I get my homework done first, I'll have the rest of the day to get on my phone. Or someone who answered, like, for the phone first, or said, I just get on my phone for a few minutes and then go to homework.
Okay. So did you find that social media negatively impacts academic focus, or did you find any correlation there?
It was kind of mixed for us because a lot of people who spent a lot of time on their homework or like did use social media a lot, but then people who didn't use social media a lot, sometimes they would do bad, but then other times they would do good.
Okay. So tell me about the product that you guys created.
We created a poster, and we wanted people to do the 5-hour challenge.
Which was something you guys came up with. Tell me about the 5-hour challenge.
Each day for a week, you get off your phone for an hour and do something academic.
Okay. Tell me how technology helps make that challenge possible.
So technology, it can help with contacting friends and like saying, hey, I'm doing this, I'm going offline, or like posting something saying, you should try this with me, I'm going offline, and it's a 5-hour challenge and stuff. So it could just help make the project bigger.
Now, would you recommend passion projects over traditional research papers?
I would, just because traditional research papers some kids will find them like really boring, and they won't put a lot of effort into it. And passion projects, I feel, can get you more into like you could know more things, you could find out more things, and you could learn more from other people by what they research.
Good. Alexis, why don't you go?
Okay.
Now tell me about your question and what you chose to do.
Okay, so my question was, how does music affect us in our lives overall? And I chose that because I feel like we're all different people, you know. So we all obviously listen to different types of music that describe how we feel. So that's why I chose that topic.
Okay. Now tell me about how you conducted your research.
I conducted my research by just searching like questions, and I talked to one of my old teachers about it because he's in a band and everything. And so I figured he would know the most about it, and he said that like when he listens to music and he's in a good mood, then he just hears like the beat of the music and everything, but when he's going through something, then he actually relates to it and he understands it more.
Okay. And tell me about your product.
So my product, it's in the counseling office. I made a poster up by the bathrooms, and it's like write down on a piece of paper what you listen to when you're in a certain mood, and so we just had a box and people fill it out and they put it in there.
And then what are you going to do with that information?
I think I'm just gonna like realize that since we are all different, that we have different choices of music and like different styles, and we just prefer different things overall.
Okay. And what was your original plan? You're going to create something.
I was gonna make a playlist, like a music playlist, to like, I don't know, because on Spotify and everything they have, if you're feeling like this, then listen to this. I was gonna do something like that, but
We ran out of time.
yeah.
All right, go ahead and pass to Landon. Get up, Landon. Alrighty, Landon, tell me about your question. What did you want to explore with your passion project?
My question was how to get kids with disabilities involved with sports and activities.
Okay, and what kind of information did you find out?
I found out that 10% of kids with disabilities at school have never participated in any type of sport or activity.
Okay. And tell me, you conducted your internet research, but then you also reached out to some experts. Tell me about the experts that you reached out to.
Well, I reached out to Janet Smith with the Hamilton County Special